This is Machuka Nyarieko TV Talk Show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local, and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Will you agree with me that things are changing day in and day out in State House? We have been talking previously that being number 2 in command, and more especially in Kenya, is so sleepless. Everything that is dirty is directed to you. Being number 2 in the state of Kenya, you are supposed to be seen and not to be heard. Kindly allow me ask you this question. If Kindiki was asked the question that I'm going to set,
it will be very improper for me to start comparing myself with my brother, the second deputy president. Leadership is defined by certain ethos and parameters. And I want to persuade you to allow me not to discuss my brother, the Honorable Gachagua, because he's my friend. And you've not heard me bad-mouthing him anywhere before when he was in this office or even after he left office. So please spare me, because it is not right. It is wrong to start comparing myself with the predecessor or someone who occupied this office now or in the past.
Okay, from the clip or from the voices that we have just heard, it seems that there is something that is taking place in our big house, that is the State House. In our previous video where we were analyzing how this office works, we saw that historically, being number 2 in that is being the deputy president or vice president in Kenya, has come with several challenges. And this brings me to another question. Could Kindiki be having some challenges, but he has kept quiet? Of course, Kindiki is likely to be more worse than the former deputy president, Gachagua, for the following reasons. Kindiki has been the Minister for Interior, and you saw how he managed the issues in the northern parts of Kenya. You saw how he has managed demonstrations very quietly. And today he is in State House. Hardly do you hear him speak. But do you think his silence will mean that he is being exploited, or is just a yes man? I'll give the main reason as to why Kindiki will not allow any person, including the aide to the president or any other person within the State House premises, to intimidate him. One, when he went there, whether he participated or not in impeaching the former deputy president, he went there cautiously. He is suspecting each and every person, because the deputy president normally said that he is having problems because of those who are in the close proximity to the president. So when he went there, he was very cautious. That means those who are very close to the president, even if they tell him what seems to be correct, will always defy it. And of course, for him to defy is to give suggestions as the way normal professors do. They will suggest for you some points. They'll give you what ought to be done as suggestions. Those that they take as suggestions, they mean that that's what should be followed. They have not given you an opportunity to go and do a research and come up with the different answers to give them. Those suggestions is what they want to be implemented. If it's giving suggestions, those who are close to the powers, and then those individuals come with answers, they are failing. These kindiki suggestions are final. And you all know that professors do not allow contrary opinions to what they believe is right. They cannot. But they do not oppose because they don't have a specific answer to issues. They do not oppose, but they will always go with what they believe most ought to be done. If you look properly, maybe I can ask another question. Do you think these two individuals, the former deputy president and the current one, Kindiki Kithure, have got a sour relationship between them? Not at all. They both understand that the problem is not them. The problem is from the close proximity. These people, just as from the clip we have had, they are good friends, and no one would like to undermine the other, even if they have thirst for power, because they know the war is not theirs. In the case of people asking what is taking place in State House, is Kindiki Kithure likely to be sent out of State House? There is a possibility. What I believe is that by the end of this year 2025, it is likely that William Samoei Ruto will have made up to 5 cabinet reshuffles because of those who are of close proximity will always want to dictate things to go on their way. Because of the government policies which appear to be not resonating so well with the people, it is likely that in trying to solve the issue of unpopular policies, several reshuffles will be done. And because there is also likely to be dissenting voice, reshuffles will be done to include those whom they think will have a friendly relationship with them. Yes, it's of course that William Ruto is very smart in this game, but it comes a time when you are outsmarted. More especially when you have come through all the steps without falling. The day you fall down badly such that you cannot even believe whether it is you, what is happening around you, and how will you come out of the situation. If at all you have never been sick and you get sick, is when you will know what sickness is. If at all you have never been employed, you get sacked, is when you will know what unemployment is. If at all you have never lost in an election, when you lose is when you feel, is when you will know what others feel. Machuka Nyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas. Kindly subscribe to our channel so that we continue assisting one another. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.